Joining on that.
Some of this Gates, do you want to hear all of it or more of the, let's stick into the bail bit first?
I don't care. I don't want to deal with like clowns in a courtroom. I would rather deal with it like this.
Okay. So the whole thing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Helen was fired today.
What?
And we can go into the why as it may be important, but as of right now, as the bail officer for Chatterbox, that home is in her possession, the one that Chatterbox is in.
She owns it?
Technically, she doesn't.
Well, like, has the deed, basically.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I just went to go use the key that she just had given me. It's in my pocket. It used to work. It don't work no more. It's even labeled house arrest house. Those locks were changed when Chatterbox was brought in. That key no longer works. I went to go.
Had a key and it also doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, just for lack of, just so we're not confusing things, she's got the old one. I got the one that was given to me after Chatterbox was put in. And so we're kind of like WTF, mate. You know what I mean?
That's
so
good.
Yeah.
So who had it before?
That is, based on my understanding, it was something that was granted to the Blaine County Mayor's office.
That's
and
what I know.
Then it under the provision of Delver, whom then transferred it maybe directly to Helen. There might have been the in-between. In fact, that was a big part of what today's court case was, right? Where Party Hardy's property went from Pred buying it with county funds, then it going to Princess, right, after the transition of government, and then she sold it for funds directly to Party, and then Party just lost it back to the county, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm pretty familiar with these properties in general, just because I was around like when Mumbles got them. And I know when Mumbles left, he kind of just handed them off to Delver to maintain, and then at some point Edgar got put in there, and then it got used as the house arrest house.
No, so basically, Delver, when he still had the keys, he transferred it to Ellen because she was the main person that was taking care of the house when she was still around.
Transferred it to who?
Eleanor Highwater.
Wait, was it a private
I'm talking about
sale?
before that.
Yeah, Delver transferred it to Ellen.
Right, I'm also speaking before that, like the chain
okay.
of how that. House
It
like
started
where
with
they came
Delver.
from,
Delver
basically.
was
Yeah.
he was the arbiter.
Yeah.
Of the
because my
county
impression
properties.
is, I mean, if this is like a what should we do going forward, in my opinion, this is property of the county.
That's our understanding and belief as well.
Well, even then, it's an active arrest house in which Chatterbox is currently in and is no longer in control of the state, the county, or law enforcement.
Right.
And did you already, I'll let you say it.
Did I, was it, who asked, you or Frost? We said, hey, we need access to this or something along that. And she said, no.
I informed her that she needs to transfer any BCSO property back to us within 72 hours. And she said, I don't have any BCSO property. So my understanding is that she is potentially using that as like, well, she didn't technically tell me to give the house back, or, it's not technically BCSO property. We have not formally asked her to transfer the house yet.
Yeah.
This Helen individual that was fired, you were speaking briefly on the why. Is there a why you can stay?
Yeah, get ready for, gritting your teeth.
And just so I'm
might
understanding the individual, is this Ellen Bach or some other individual?
Helen
No, this is
Highwater.
Eleanor
Oh, you look up
Helen
Eleanor.
Highwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, her name
Yeah,
first
look
name's
up Eleanor.
Eleanor.
Yeah. You might want to tighten up your belt buckle or something, man. I don't know.
There are going to be aspects of this that I'm going to explain in the best way possible, as I was crashing out for damn near over an hour trying to figure out how to even explain what has transpired, as I myself have not been witness to this sort of degeneracy in the many years I have been
This
high
is a
command.
really. I've been a police officer for 8 years, and I'm quite taken aback by what has occurred today. I will just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys have been cops longer than I've even familiar with the law, and you guys being stomached by this worries me dearly.
I know it's gonna be good when Brian's on the floor begging for someone to shoot him and put him in the ICU. So I'm ready.
Yep. So I'm going to give the full breadth, and then we can go into details at any point. So there's a court case today, Party Hardy versus Blaine County, right? And so it was overseen by Ma and Archibald McCree. Throughout the court case, Helen was screaming loud, and it opened the door for, let's just say, a more relaxed court case. It was, accepted by everybody, let's just say, right? Jokes are being said, right? There was no, even the judges kind of chimed in a bit. However, court case kind of went through, and there was everyone was sort of participating in that. Pred was screaming shit, Helen screaming shit, right? Little jokes getting thrown around, whatever. Ultimately, they went to go and close out the they went to go do their deliberation, and that is when AC/DC kicks in, whatever. So the first thing that occurs is Frost had come in towards the end, and he comes and sits next to me, and real close. Mind you, this is my fiance. Junior, my other fiance, at one point comes and lays on us, right? You can actually see the photograph. Give me a sec. Wait, why can't I open up my damn?
Someone's at Scraps.
Yeah, there's some cook shit going on.
Whenever you go to Scraps and you get your stuff, you purchase your items from Scraps, it does this.
Got it.
Oh,
you can't repair stuff. You can't.
That explains a lot. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Scraps locks up everything. It is, as far as I know, a known problem.
So the situation ongoing with this Benjamin people line on you, are these names important? Should I be remembering these names, or is it just context?
Yeah, context. I mean, some of this has got to get written down depending on what ends up happening. So
could you repeat that again one more time with the names of those individuals?
Yeah, so in that courtroom was Kyle Pred, Helen Highwater. Helen and Pred are doing sexy time between each other. He's saying sexy things to her, she's saying sexy things back. And there was a lot of flirtation, quite frankly. In fact, they started that, which not thinking back at this whole story. Faulkner was in the crowd. Fuck, he's conflicted now too.
Yeah, he was direct witness.
Faulkner was in the crowd. Bjorn was in the crowd. There was someone from a junior's, cabinet from in the crowd there as well. And I don't recall anyone else. So this is the beauty of it. There's going to be a shitload
I
of
was
witnesses.
there, obviously.
Oh yeah, Angel was there. Yep. And what you're going to find on Twitter is a photo that Helen twatted out of me, Frost, and Junior, right? And this goes in line with all the sexy talk all in the pews, right? And what am I sexy talk? There wasn't everyone's kind of joking and about just sex related shit, for lack of a better word. At least that's my best of my recollection. So
fiancés and fiancés, right?
Correct. And so anyways, at one point, Prad's AC/DC kicks in, and he's now in that hallway this is, by the way, the courtroom up north. The little hallway connector room, that goes to the main entrance, and there's like a little hallway.
Right.
Pred's standing by the desk, and he's got a drone, and he's flying it kind of around the courtroom. And we're like, oh shit, what the fuck's that? And I'm gonna be honest, I'm sort of like half, like there until I see it, and then now people are talking about like, oh look, a drone, like, oh no, that could be dangerous or whatever. Maybe they said that, maybe they didn't. I don't know. But my point is like people are just like noticing it, right? But there isn't any actual sense of actual danger, right? That's when somebody says, and it may have been Faulkner, might have been someone else, but I remember he chimed in something about like, oh, that's unauthorized usage of the phone. And then maybe Faulkner says that's why we put it in there.
No, I said that. I said I wrote that.
Oh yeah, the angel wrote it. And we're like joking. It's like,
it was a joking attitude. Everyone was kind of just like, going along with it.
Yep, exactly.
I don't like where this is going.
Right. Yeah. Well,
okay, hold on to your seats. And so now, like if I'm not mistaken, he then Pred takes it back, right? Flies it back to him, takes it, and now Frost is at the controller, and this thing is in front of him. I don't even know if it even lifted off, but I can tell you, unlike what was before, it was not in the room. He was by himself. Frost is by himself in this hallway. Helen goes full degenerate, and the best way I can explain it is something got into her. Oh, the lead up to this. Sorry,
you can't just say something got into her after they were flirting, and now I'm thinking they're having sex in my courthouse.
Well,
no steps.
Okay. To set the tone here, and this is going to be actually, you know what? I'm going to bring this up afterwards, like motive or whatever. But something gets into Helen, and I could tell at this point, like she was already getting real hyper because she had said some dumb shit like Helen normally does, and someone will clap back and she goes crazy. That's the best way to explain it. She can dish it, but the moment like someone claps back, she gets like hyper in her fifis and starts doing stupid shit. And I remember distinctly noticing, because she had been just talking shit the entire time. Like she had already twatted some shit out, right? And she's talking shit about this person, that person. She had already said some shit to Junior, just shit that normally most people won't say to others. You know what I mean? Expecting they're going to get
disrespectful.
Yeah, precisely. And I remember there was a couple occasions where even Pred was like, I would have fired her for saying that, or like whatever, right? But for me, I'm just like, bro, I'm here to like enjoy the court case. Everyone's saying some shit. She's going over the top, but that's just fucking Helen. But some people had said some shit to her, and I could tell that she was getting agitated because she kind of got quiet. And now this thing is happening. She gets hyper, right? Is the best way I can describe it. Someone gets into her, and she goes and fucking tackles Frost. So now, mind you, all the Pred had done the drone thing. Now Frost has got the thing. She goes and tackles him, right? Frost. I see it. I'm just like, I'm including this in this whole, like, whatever, this fucking shit show, right? We're all waiting for a verdict. She comes back and she says, I just charged the sheriff. And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. I take a look at my tablet, and there are 3 charges for the sheriff. Resisting arrest, unauthorized, flying of a drone. Oh, no, not unauthorized, like, whatever, safe usage
operation of a drone.
And indecent exposure, public indecency. There we go. Oh. And I'm like, huh? And it says processed. I'm like, what? Like, hello? This is like 5 minutes. Like, what the fuck? And I say, wait, did you send him up? Like, and she's like, no, I just told him community service. And so I'm just like, okay, this has got to be some like SBS like shit, right? Because there ain't no way, right? Court case ends, and now mind you, she did not like. She was hyper opposed to the court case, calling Junior corrupt, She had retweeted some that party had put out, which, by the way, their Marshall, if you have any interest in this, you probably want to look up all her twats and those timestamps, as well as what party had posted, because he had skipped the court case and a retweet. Now, this is going to all play in. She goes, court case ends, and now I'm told that we got to go talk. Angel pulls me aside and, Frost is mad, right? And I'm like, wait, what? Because I'm thinking there ain't no way she actually charged him when he wasn't consented. You know what I mean? Like, I thought this is like some like consensual SBS shit. But if Frost is pissed, what the fuck just happened outside? So, now I'm realizing I got to deal with a fucking shit show, right? Where Helen's on some SBS shit or out of her fucking mind, and Frost is pissed. I bring Helen aside, and she tells me she thought it was all shits and giggles. She tells me that he was consenting to effectively take the charges, right? I don't know how else to explain it.
Which is in direct conflict with what she told me just 5 minutes prior when I spoke with her in the courtroom about this.
And having spoken to Frost, he said that she just came, tackled his ass, tried to throw him in cuffs. He broke out, asked what the fuck is going on. She walks back into the courtroom and then went back and pressed the charges on him. Gave him a bill, said, you're going to go do community service. And now I'm like, what in the... Okay, so... And she's telling me otherwise. I bring him in the room. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I called Archibald McCree. We're all to come down here and attempt to... I call Archibald and I speak to him outside. I'm like, hey, I don't want to conflict you. But right now we're dealing with a situation where Helen has at this point already communicated to me that she's cool with like figuring out a solution to this. Because in my brain, and I'm going to try to explain this, it's going to sound a little cringe, is we're now dealing with someone that is using the MDT to press charges, process them without any due process, without the, legal representation if it ain't some like bullshit, without the opportunity for a fucking bench trial. It's for like in the fucking courtroom, and it's the equivalent in my brain to like, I go up to forehand and just press a bunch of shit and just hit process, send them a bill and say, good luck, brother. You know what I mean? Like, that shit should not be happening.
It's
right?
not proper processing of the slightest.
Yeah.
It's the same reason we stand there and go, okay, I'm going to shoot you a bill now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you got to talk to people when you do shit. You can't just be like, beep, boop, you're fucked. You don't get to talk. You don't get a lawyer. You
Right.
don't get a bench trial.
Well, and she could have said, here's your bill, right? But it's even like, it doesn't, like,
That doesn't still make it okay, though.
Precisely.
No, I'm saying like the other parts too, right? Like no lawyer, no due process, no, hey, here's what's going on.
Like not even a formal arrest, right? Like that, like, was it even a detainment? Was it, why, like, there, it opens up the whole, like, you got to bring him to the fucking, you got to tell them they're under arrest. You got to bring him to the fucking station. It opens up all this shit that we don't normally touch, right?
Oh my god, phones are working again.
Oh, perfect. Oh,
you can look up the pictures now.
I have a question. Knight.
Yep.
Did you share the report with a lawyer? The incident?
No.
Because it's shared.
Well, if you didn't, it is shared to a Bailey Harvey, and there was no FOIA asked for it.
That's Junior's right hand man on
I don't
legally. I'm not
know
saying
how the hell he got that.
Yeah, I don't know how he got it, but I do know that is one of Junior's. He's in his cabinet, and he's right hand.
So I want to say
in
the
law stuff,
only in the history, the only people who modified this is Ellen. So,
all right, well, we'll note that for the future. And that's something we can
for reference. Yeah, we have already.
That's new information.
As we go deeper in this, you'll find out that we're already doing some special shit. Weapon armory is being
told here.
There's a lot more to be told here.
We're not done, guys.
We're not done. So once again, I've spoken to Frost,
fucking angel, sorry,
right? And then I've spoken to Helen outside, who tells me she thought it was jokes, didn't realize Frost thought it was jokes, thought everything was okay. She meant to like and and I tried to explain to her that what she did was in the best way possible, kind of cringe, and I understand if she did it by accident. But like it opens up, like literally we're looking into like she may have done some criminal shit, right? And I'm not trying to get this to spiral into a place where I need to contact, like people to figure out what all of this means, right? You guys with me? Or where this could end up going. So I'm like, let's do this right. I call Archibald down. I'm like, hey, is there any other, judges? I want to make now willing to find a solution here. Are we doing a bench trial? Are we doing, expedited, due process? Like, let's still follow the proper steps. He's like, well, look, if we're already looking to like vacate the charges, we can just like, unprocess it, right? Including but not limited to the fact that if we as the superiors believe that these charges on behalf of Blaine County Sheriff's Office is not appropriate, that's also an option as well. So bring him in here just to make sure he has full context. Upon his arrival, Helen, what she told me out here, she's wearing a different mask in here. Like it was so shocking that it added to why after all this I couldn't speak for over an hour, because I'm just like, what the fuck's happening? It's like I spoke to two people in front of him. As we're going through all this, we're like, okay, so are we pulling this back? She says she already did. Oh, no. She's like, yeah, I am going to untick this because my high command is telling me to. And that's the moment I'm like, wait, what the fuck? You're just doing a 180 now that the judge is here. Like, what's happening? Like, you understood what was going on, and now you're acting like we're forcing you to do it. And I remember explicitly being like, Helen, do you want to untick this? Like, are you doing this on your behalf, or like, are we opening up the door? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here? She goes, I already did. And meaning she had unticked it. And we're like, all right, bet this is all sorted. She goes outside. We then now have to discuss in this room among high command. How do we interpret her actions? If you understand my meaning, from a legal perspective to what does it mean when you go up to someone and just push a bunch of buttons and say, you're now charged, right? Like, what does that mean? Like, there's a lot of unpacking we're doing here. While unpacking, this dumbass Helen takes her fucking cruiser with a deputy inside.
You're missing a few steps here, Brian.
Go ahead, please. I'm cooked as shit.
It's okay. I'll fill in. So after she leaves, the mayor enters along with Bailey, and they file some more complaints about her behavior. The details of the complaints are basically what we just communicated earlier about her conduct in the courtroom, how they were not impressed, yada, yada, yada. So in about 10 minutes or so, taking these complaints, and we come to a natural conclusion of the conversation to then pick up where we left off. They walk out of the room, and they're standing in the lobby, and we begin to discuss amongst ourselves what the hell we're going to do, like, what this all means, like Brian is saying. And as we're starting this conversation, Junior and Bailey come running back in, and they burst open the door, and they say, Helen just drove a car into the lobby, you guys, and she just called me a cuck. And I'm like, what? And so I run outside to see what's going on. I see the doors swinging, and her car is no longer there anymore, but there's tire marks and a fucking giant dent in the wall where her car had been implanted into it. And I have the mayor and the janitor just basically writing to me that she just drove a fucking police car into the Blaine County Sheriff's Office lobby. And at this point, I am absolutely livid, because this is just beyond the pale for conduct of it's complete unbecoming conduct of a police officer. Just absolutely abhorrent, unacceptable.
She could have fucking killed them. Like,
absolutely, she could have killed. There was a lot of people in the lobby. There was like 4 or 5 people there, and so I call her back to the lobby. She arrives, and And I mean, at this point, I'm over her shit. I inform her that she no longer is employed with us. I have some very stern words with her, tell her to turn in her keys, turn in her gun. I hand her over to Maeve to remove her access. I go through and do the proper offboarding procedures with her. And as she's leaving, like I mentioned earlier, I informed her that she needs to transfer all BCSO property to us. At which point she, said that smug shit about how she doesn't have any and walked off. Sorry, I just wanted to fill in that section because I was like witness for most of that, Brian.
So before we move on from that, even with that, doesn't she at this point doesn't she still own vehicles that are police vehicles?
Well, I mean that's
not as that's
like
not
our
as,
immediate concern, like
right. We can get to that.
Well,
when
no,
we get to that.
but I mean, like, it still proves that the statement is false, regardless of anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Technically,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I suppose so. Yes, but truthfully, it's not my immediate concern about her having
Yeah, but
police vehicles.
Right.
It does mean that she just proves her point about, like, she can't then go, well, I didn't know what they meant by that with the house. It's like, well, you didn't even turn in the car, so you deliberately said no to everything.
Yeah, she does have a couple police cars, 3, 4, 5, 6 police vehicles in her name. So we will have to get those. But
so putting it in context, like, I don't even know how you unpack this because, from I'm going to say something that's going to sound like if we start to, this has all been serious from the beginning. She lost her fucking mind over this shit. For God knows what reason, right? Dating all the way back to even like, Gates, the convo we talked about, she was really pissed about that. Expungement shit or whatever. Like, her mood's just been like twisting and turning, like scheming or whatever, right? And I've felt for a minute that, like, how do I put this? Like, when there's like something ain't right, you know what I mean? The reason I bring that up is if we say saliently what has occurred is someone is agitated. They took a photo of me, Junior, and, Frost. The why, right?
Brian, I just realized we've left another important part of the story out.
Go ahead.
Now that you mentioned the photo, she also fabricated parts of her police statement here as well. She stated in her testimony that the sheriff and the mayor were fondling each other.
Oh, that's
in front of everyone.
That's the other reason
never
we need to
happens,
vacate this.
Which never happens. I mean,
I literally sat there. There was no penis. There was no thing to be fondled.
Also,
there was
in the
no
photo evidence. It's written BCMO sucking sheriff.
Right, like it.
It was
whatever.
my favorite part.
That's
I'm
it.
sorry.
It's okay. I'm just saying we got that context completely. That never actually happened. There was no sucking and there was no touching or fucking in the court case.
It was.
It better not be because I haven't had sex in that
No,
yet.
and
understandable, man. We wouldn't want to have sex in your court case before you do it.
So
exactly, and I'm not doing it, so no one else can do it.
So understandable.
When we
like,
oh,
so
sorry, go ahead.
So I looked at the incident. So she's lied in her statement. She's lied. Like, so further proof, right? Okay, that makes sense.
Right. So now, if we start to say, okay, all of this is like actually like full blown serious and not just full blown degenerate. I hate saying this, by the way, but it's been a fucking shit show. But so you've taken this photo. Was it a preemptive attempt to do something? If there was this indecency, why did you not press the charges originally? Because mind you, in between all this, all of a sudden Junior's got a charge, which, by the way, wasn't there while I was in the car with Angel coming back this way, right? I noticed that after the fact, right? So you've taken this photo, you've charged Junior, the person you've been shitting on, right? You've taken a photo, you put it on Twitter first, right? But your intention was an investigation. So why is the evidence on Twitter? Right? And then you hold off on that. And then you go and do this shit with Frost, who you also were talking shit about. And you don't press anything on Pred if we're actually going to go down this, like, you know, pedantic thing of like, was it, you know, inoperable, whatever, the charges would make sense to him. But she didn't want to press him. Tells Angel that, why don't you go do it? You know, because of some bullshit reason, right? And where was I going with this? Fucking, and then she's driving a car through the fucking thing where the mayor's standing. Like, at what point is this malicious? At what point is this like politically motivated? I'm like, listen, like this opens up like all kinds of fucked up doors. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of concerning implications from the events that
There's
occurred today.
Let alone like, you know, misstatements in a fucking MDT report, just like fucking remote fucking Bluetooth fucking charges. Like, what the fuck is happening? You know what I mean? So, and now we got Chatterbox in a house somewhere where he's locked in.
And his parole officers don't have access to him.
We also need
And
to
she's
change
the only
his,
one with the
officially
keys.
change his parole.
Yeah, that too.
So we need a psych officer, Brian, and then I can sign off on this, and it'll officially change the terms of his parole to no longer have her on there. I was looking at that, and to take her off of there, we have to have, you know, the three of us sign it off. So,
All right.
I mean, we could put Selena on there if you want to replace her, or we could just take her off and have it just be you, Brian. It's your choice.
I'm sorry. Say that one.
So you and her have oversight over his legal requirements. You guys literally have changed power of attorney over Chatterbox, and to change that, you, me, and the psych need to sign off on it.
Yep.
And then as we can take her off, and then if you want to add Selena, because I see on here that she was a pro officer, or if you want to just not. Oh, this is the old one. No, this is the old.
I can do it. The thing is,
Or if you want to do just you, Brian, whatever it is.
I right now need to like keep it to me until actually, you know what? Yeah, me and Selena.
the thing is, we're gonna need somebody because Helen was there all the time. We're gonna need somebody. The thing is, with somebody in house arrest like that, like for life like this, we need somebody that's gonna be able to take care of him all the time. And listen, I did it for 2 months, and
we can't afford that.
yeah.
Look, Helen was up there 95% of her time. I think she went fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Well, Psych's back, like properly back. I hear.
Well, we can't make her go there. You know what I mean?
No. Well, we can actually because it's part of his.
Oh, I meant Helen.
Oh no! I meant Chatterbox. Like this could be a thing where he also gets transferred to a full care facility, or Psych
Right.
can actually do things. So that's something. I'll see if I can get a hold of Siren or Pixie.
Mm-hmm.
That, but I mean, it would just be a temporary until we can hopefully get Psych to come figure out a better care plan for him.
There are so many other things that are so cooked, and I'm just going to bring it up right now. Is if we roll back prior to the Chatterbox case, she.
Angel, can you unlock the door real quick? I have to have a
Oh, I
go
got
meeting
you.
with LSPD senior.
Have fun.
Thank you, Frost. She wanted to do what she could in her power, in my belief, to not make a decision on whatever the ultimate verdict was. For those who were in attendance in that court case, some of the oddities may also kind of were probably seen by themselves. So don't even just take my word for it. The conversation that originally sparked with me was she wanted me to decide whether to put him in for life or put him in for death or something like that. And she got really pissed when I told her I can't make that decision because I don't know shit about the case, right?
Yeah.
And during that court case, like, she made it a point to make sure he lived, which is honestly within reason, but is quite frankly a little odd if you're the prosecutor saying death and then you say, by the way, just kidding for.
What I was told was that one of
There's
his
another
personalities
marshal that
wanted
wants to
it.
come in, Brian.
Oh,
Yep,
McAllister. Oh,
Boy.
welcome to the shit show. We're not catching you up. Just hold on by the seat of your pants and read Bobby's notes.
So,
But I think from what I heard was that not Chatterbox, but Jaeger, his alter ego, he wanted to be put to death.
right.
And Helen didn't, because she didn't believe in the death penalty for it.
Yeah, but I mean, the prosecutor, that could have been what you asked for, right? Like, it was very strange.
The reason not asked for death.
The reason I bring this up, it's important that justice is properly served. And I'm just going to say it bluntly. At this stage, based on the collective of events, I don't even know if I trust her court case.
Yeah.
Am I making sense with what I mean by that? The behaviors before, the behaviors afterwards. Effectively what I'm saying here is, I may also be considering that there was mistrial, effectively.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So I don't know how we, well, anyways, I know we said a lot. Are there any particulars, questions? And then we'll figure out what the fuck to do. Like, do I post like, hey, we need to move Chatterbox to the fucking, like, I don't even know.
Well, Gates, you said Psych was back? Do they have like facilities or?
They're working on it,
What I
right?
heard is that Pixie's working on opening up Parsons again, which is great. In the meantime, I know that there was they're to the point where they're actually doing psych evals for court again. Sorry, I never saw your text, James, with the scrap shit. The phones weren't working for so long. But again, we need a full-time care plan, and I know that the siren, she's a psych, she's been very active on stuff, and we can get psyched in to transition his care plan to hopefully, he actually gets some fucking help. And or move to whatever facility they open or that kind of thing. I've done his MDT profile to say I smallened what she put about the house arrest and to contract her, and I crossed it all out, and I put to contact you guys. That's not on his profile, but fuck. Sean?
What?
I said fuck, Sean?
No. So are you guys more so wondering what your steps forward should be, or?
Well, right now, I'm the immediate concern would be Chatterbox, right? So
right,
he's inside a house, no longer in control of the government, right?
And that's the first step, is we have to get into that.
Yeah. Yep.
Because we don't even know if he's even got a key to get out, because he could get out, or if he's gonna starve to death in there.
I mean, we can kick the doors in.
Sure.
Yeah, you've got the extended. That's what I'm worried about, is like, in the time it takes to legally get the house back into your hands, that kind of thing. Does he have food? Does he have water? That kind of thing. Is there AC, or are you gonna pop the door open in 2 weeks and there's gonna be a dead clown in there?
Yeah, but more than that, it's like, how do we also conversely keep him safe from outside things, right? Like, if we don't have control over the locks, then we also don't have control over who comes and goes, and that means he's not safe.
Do you have a secondary location you can be moved to?
Not me personally. I mean, I'm sure we might be able to scrounge one up by talking to the mayor, but I don't have a house, so.
Yeah.
I don't have a backup house in my name anymore.
God damn it! And I was thinking about getting something like that because I was tired of us arbitrarily sending people on house arrest to a house that we don't have control over.
Yeah.
I gave Jordan the house back when I was done stashing it.
Oh,
Can I
what
say something
about the
funny that's
courthouse?
kind of serious?
Yeah.
What if she was so in love with Chatterbox she didn't want to see him die, so she put him in her own house, and now she's with him forever until we open it up?
Oh my god.
Ew.
This is like a
I
Shooting
mean,
us like
crazy
like,
psycho girlfriends.
I mean,
We all go into
everything
a cycle.
today has been so crazy. Like, I mean, like, man.
I mean,
It sounds like you guys
So-
have had a fucking day.
I-
the thing about the
It's been
mistrial,
miserable.
the thing about the mistrial part is that they pled guilty.
Yeah, it was the sentencing which was the big thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But-
and the sentencing was done independently. I
sirens
think.
are
Well,
out.
I mean, look,
But
with
she-
all
I
the
asked you-
horse
Yeah,
shit that
she's
she's
fine.
written in this case, like, I have to, like, it makes me, I'm a very, you know, how do I put this? I like to follow, like,
Okay,
logic,
this
right?
is Justice Elizabeth
Nope.
Gates. Are you?
I can get her if need be.
Busy right now, and or is Pixie around and not busy?
I was just going to say, I think I know of a place that you could temporarily house him.
Oh, shit,
Uh,
You
really?
guys have something?
Oh,
The DRC warehouse.
well,
you
hang on
could
a second. Let me step
throw
up
'em
for a
in there.
second. There's also just
Uh,
Bolingbrook.
Yeah, Bolingbroke does work, but he was placed under house arrest, so you could just throw him in the DRC warehouse, have them model a room for him, and it'd take 2 seconds later to have a furniture business.
Oh,
We
I
would
mean, if you guys could
most likely
facilitate
be down
that
for
for
it.
them.
It's a possible solution, yeah.
Most likely, yeah.
I think
I think that would work.
I think our main party is just getting Chatterbox somewhere safe. So
Yeah,
so I think
I agree.
I'm okay with that solution. I'm obviously not the parole officer, so my opinion is limited to just that. But
But I think Yui Ishida would be down for it. They just need to make the space for it.
That way, he'd also have DOC being able to check in on him and whatnot.
oh, hey, because you're an independent party, here, take a look at these keys. Just hand it to you there, my man. Feel free to take a little snapshot before giving it back.
listen, guys, I've been on duty all day. I'm fried in the head.
Yep.
Going off duty.
All right.
Best of luck sorting the rest of this out, Brian.
Yep.
Hey, you take it easy. Have a good night.
You take care. At ease, soldier. You take care, guys.
All right. You take care now. Oh, sorry. What was your name again on my lift?
That's Bobby.
Yeah, that's Bobby.
Okay.
It won't be.
I just handed Bobby a key, and I don't know if you noticed.
He might be. I think. If
He's
not
probably
out of it.
note taking. He's probably very much note taking. Going, Bobby. Bobby. Oh well, I think you guys cooked Bobby. Great job.
I hope he heard all the stuff we had to really, get.
You know, knowing Bobby, he certainly did. It's just a matter of
Bobby.
it's knowing Bobby, it just takes him a while to gather his thoughts.
Oh, yep. Understandable.
It was a bit of a bombshell.
Yeah, you guys probably just broke Bobby for a little bit. It's okay, it's normal. But when he regathers his thoughts again, usually he'll come back and he'll go rapid fire mode.
Well. What a fucking day.
So while we wait on them, just to catch me up, because I'll have to reread the notes later. What happened?
Oh boy. I'm gonna give you the short version.
Yeah, give me the TLDR.
Give him the Marshall version.
Yeah.
What's important to him.
Helen has been. Give me just one sec.
Do keep in mind I was there for the whole case.
You were at the court case.
I wasn't at court case.
Oh my God! Fuck yeah! Oh my God, that makes it
That's
so
huge.
much fucking easier. Holy fuck.
Yep.
All right. So leading up to the court case, Helen, Madge, Jr. always hated him. Helen, Madge, Frost always hated him. When I arrived at the court case, I remember thinking real deeply about some shit. Only, for a couple minutes, only to then learn that I heard something like, if she was one of mine, I would have already reprimanded her or some shit like that. Apparently, she was like screaming or some shit. I don't know what the fuck she was screaming. Then there was a
I
whole
remember
thing,
that, yeah.
and then there's this whole thing where like Fred and her were like, you smell like cigarettes, cologne, da 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 da, and court case happens. Shit was said. I believe some of the comments were directed towards Junior. Frost came about halfway through, sat next to me, real close, right? And then more then the deliberation happened, and I think it got like, for lack of a better word, kind of horny. Like we're talking about horny shit. Like I think it was like fuck week or some shit. I think we talked about that.
Yep, I remember bits and pieces.
And then at one point, Junior laid across both our laps. At that point, at some stage, Helen snapped a photo, put it on Twitter.
Oh, wait, you mean the court case today? No, I wasn't there for the court case today. I was there for the original.
No,
Chatterbox
no. That's, yeah, that happened today.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Today's court case, she's really pissed at the whole,
Yep.
I was trying to take it, whatever. Party had twatted some things. She retwatted it, said a bunch of things in the courtroom. So you weren't there today, right?
I was not there today.
Okay. She just was pro, party, pro clowns on this. Whatever, that's her prerogative, right? I'm not going to reprimand her. If she's saying stuff, freedom of speech. Angel during
I see
had
that
said the
photo.
same.
That is.
Yeah, you can find
that
it
is
there.
a photo. Yep.
That is a photo.
That is a photo. Yeah.
And then what happens next is, judges are chiming in, just chilled footing energy, right? Ain't that deep. There ain't no contempt, whatever. They go to do deliberation. Prad goes and starts playing with his drone. Drone is flying around. There's talk about, in operation of a fucking drone or whatever.
Wait, they were using a drone instead of a courthouse?
In the courthouse, right?
Oh Lord, yeah.
And Faulkner was there too. There's he's got the list of folks. Drone comes back. While the drone's flying around, hey, that's what unauthorized whatever's for. It's like, Angel goes, that's why I put it in there, right? But ain't nobody serious about it. That shit wasn't actually a danger, right? Drone goes back to Pred. Frost then goes and tries it out, and I don't even believe that drone even left the ground. Like, I don't even know if he knew how to use it or whatever. And before you know it, fucking Helen tackles him. I notice it, but I'm just still assuming it's just like everyone's just being goofy or whatever. She comes back and says, I just charged the sheriff. And as if, because there was a mention at one point of like, man, I wonder who's going to get the first one, right? And Helen being a dog just like woof woofed and just fucking jumped his ass, right? I find out at the end of it, at the end of the trial comes in, the trial ends, I find out Frost is pissed. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why is he pissed? I thought they're just joking around. Now, mind you, I'd already taken a look, like when she walked back and said, I charged the sheriff, I had taken a look, and I even asked, like, oh, wait, you fucking charged him? Like, and I didn't think anything of it, because I was just like, it was like consensual charging, for lack of a better word. So now, in the court case, I find out Frost is pissed about it. I'm like, okay, now this is some bad shit just happened, right? Get to the station. I asked Frost for his side of things to understand what he had perceived. He tells me that he was tackled by Helen, and she immediately tried to cuff him. He broke the cuffs. Was like, what the fuck are you doing? Or whatever. She left and then came back. And mind you, there was some like, oh, go do it. Oh yeah, like energy in there.
Peer pressure, yeah.
And not even like like, I wouldn't even call it peer pressure because no one's like, yo, you need to press it. It was more like trying to act cool or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I'm back. Sorry, stuck with
Hello,
LSPD senior
I
about
have a
something.
member of the psych department here. This
Yep.
is Dr. Cyrus.
Oh,
Hi, everybody.
hey, how you doing?
Hi.
I'm doing good. How are you?
How should I do this? Do we do it as a contract or do we? How should
I would
document this?
for documentation purposes.
Okay, I'll write it up real quick.
All right.
Just so that there's definitive proven signatures on it.
Should I continue with her here while they're doing that? Yeah, would you like to hear the rest?
I would love to hear the rest, but
Okay.
you can tell me at any time.
Okay. I'll keep going until you're ready there, Justice.
Anyways.
I find out that it was non-consensual. He was pissed. He explained how it happened, like I said. Tackle, cuffs, he broke him. She leaves. She comes back under the go do it, go, yeah, you like all that bullshit. And gives him the charges and says you're doing community service, leaves. Frost was so giga pissed he just came back over here, right? So it's not to pop off, right? Because he had just been whatever you want to call it. And
handled by his own deputy,
embarrassed,
essentially.
Yeah, just grossly, not only embarrassed but violated. Is how I put
it's a
it.
rights violation.
Absolutely. I then talked to Helen separately because as her superior in the shift, I'm always going to give individuals the even if I'm dealing with Carmine, I need to hear their side, right?
Even Carmine.
And
I don't know if I'd hear Carmine's side on us.
And so she goes, I'm like, hey, is this serious? Was it all jokes for you? She says it's jokes. Like, look, did you know that he was in on it? Like, that he was in on the jokes? Did you think that? She's like, yeah, I did. I'm like, yo, he's fucking pissed in there. Like, are you really pressing these charges seriously? Like, because like this is going to unravel a bunch of things. Like you said, rights violation. Like, should you be remotely charging someone? Like, it enters all into just fucking cringe shit, let alone like, I might need to arrest you now type shit, right? Like, and I said, look, it sounds to me like you were on one wavelength and he was on another, and it just didn't work right. It didn't connect.
Common misunderstanding. Yeah.
And so, there she goes. What did she say? The ball fondling. Okay. Right. So anyways, she's like, okay, she's now down to vacate the charges, right? She understands like, hey, this is a fuck up and this is going to turn into a damn shit show. It wasn't serious, for lack of a better word. Comes in here. I'm like, okay, I don't know. We need to make sure we cross our I's, dot our T's, make sure it's monitored, whatever. I called up Archibald and McCree. I'm like, I need a guidance here. Like, are these charges even legitimate, right? Like, given there wasn't even due process, really? Like, you just went and, like, fucking just press these buttons and, like, they see it. And what do we do here, right? Like, what are the options? Do we want to do a bench trial? Do we want to do this? Like, what are our options? He says he's a witness. He's not going to be conflicted, and comes in. We discuss the situation. We're like, okay. He says, okay, well, you know what? It's good enough to just unticket if you're not going to be pushing the charges. And she starts now saying, all of a sudden, it's like a new mask came on, and she goes, oh, if my high command wants me to do it, I'll do it. Unticket. If my high command wants me to do it, I'm like, Helen, are you like, you told me one thing outside, now you're telling me this. Like, what? Like, are you planning to push the charges? And she goes, I already removed it. Or I already unticked it. And I'm like, fucking, I'm damn near fucking blood boiling at this point, because I'm like, what is this manipulative doing right now? Like, this is fucking ridiculous. So, she then goes outside, and now we're discussing the shit show, what it means, like at the MDT level, at a police level. Are we pressing like, what is a shit show, right? Making sense of it from a legal perspective and otherwise.
And also, did he get his money back?
I don't believe so.
We can reimburse him.
And then Junior comes in. He was pissed. The conversation was pretty much like, because he's like, oh, she's saying this shit to me and all this like saying all this just like unprofessional, just like nasty shit in the courtroom, like this is one of your deputies. And the TLDR that we'll always give Junior is it's handled, right? That's all you need to know. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Hears it, leaves. And what that entails is undefined because we don't even know what's being handled yet, right? We then continued the discussion in here as to what to do next, and that is when Junior and Bailey run on in, and they're like, Helen just fucking smashed a car into here. And Angel now goes out, and I'd already said at this point, I can't deal with this. Like, I'm literally I've been biting my tongue because I'm trying to make sense of things that I don't know how to speak on, for lack of a better way of putting it. She goes out there, finds out that she had driven her car in where the mayor was, where Bailey was, where the janitor was. There's tire marks. There's like it had hit a wall. And she lets her go there, conduct of unbecoming, comes back, discussed, and there you go. This entire place has been tatted up with a bunch of shit. I went to go check the safe house about an hour ago. Because I'm now concerned about Chatterbox, so she was the bail officer, and the key don't work. So I probably left out some shit, but look, I've been awake for like 13 hours and 6 hours dealing with this.
No, that's
That
fine.
was about the stuff that we got told.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you mind if I ask a few questions?
Yeah, one other thing.
Yeah.
The report, so some key things about this report. Number one, the quote-unquote evidence, effectively, of this fondling was originally put on Twitter. The BCSO sucking sheriff, right? Which, by its own thing, is just, it's editorialized, right?
Yeah, send it my way.
There was no penis. There was no anything, like, weird happening. Secondly, actually, that photo is perfect right there. As you can see with Frost, that shit didn't go nowhere. This was not the case of what had been happening
Junior
previously.
fired her? They're so stupid.
What's new?
Um,
Literally, what's new?
you can actually see in the second photo, like that shit didn't go nowhere. She had indicated after the whole thing,
you're
Angel had
being
been like, "Why did?"
No, it was earlier. It was earlier. We already cleaned it.
We had spoken to Angel, like I had described in here, that she had approached Helen afterwards, after the charging, like, why didn't you press anything on print? And she's like, you go and do it. You know what I mean? I didn't have any photos, according to her. There was this narration, and this was a part of why, like, doesn't need to be rolled out, is that this narration is just make believe. Like, literally everything about how these charges were pressed is like,
Is that good, Sean?
it's just bad in every which way. Like, you know what I mean?
I think she's not telling the story right to everybody, guys.
Yeah. So this is a child that has had a temper tantrum and unfortunately had keys to the PD. And like, I'm just afraid of what she's going to do next. That's kind of the whole thing. So you had some questions. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. No, you're all good. Obviously, you guys are already working on the Chatterbox thing, which is paramount. Get him out of an unsafe situation if there is a potentially unsafe. You have my full support on that one. Let me know if you need anything from the Marshals on that one.
Will do.
Obviously, Bobby would be saying the same thing, but Bobby's apparently a broken shell of himself right now. You pushed Humpty Dumpty off the wall.
Understood. By the way, he's got the Chatterbox house key. By the way, just so you know.
What's up?
Yeah, right.
Should be good.
That works.
Okay.
I
Do
can.
you want me to document
probably-
it and go place in evidence, Knight?
Yeah. You mean take the key? You mean?
Yum.
I think the Marshals should, just as a third party while they're here. You know what I mean?
Okay,
yeah,
did
no,
you
that
guys know
works.
that I made a report about it? If you want to check.
As you can see, Siren,
what
I said,
was-
when
what
you
was the
asked if
report?
anyone had talked to Helen, that's me you're searching, you bozo.
32665 for the report.
Okay, I see that.
There was a complete meltdown. So that's why the first step of just, hey, can we have the key, isn't really thought to be viable.
I mean, worst she can do is say no,
That's true. But also in the meantime,
which is just a whole different set of legal problems, I think, if she declines handing over the
Okay.
key.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I see.
Hang on a second.
Perfect.
So, in this document, right, I have. How do I save? I'm stupid. I'm old. I'm a boomer.
By the way, this I don't want to be rude, but this not about our Mayberry person. It's the same person that's been. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Almost talking. So it says states the verdict, right? So I have the legal basis for this. Fuck, I hate that I can't stop crouching. And then it says, as of today, Helen Highwater is no longer employed by the Blaine County Sheriff's Office, as Miss Highwater is no longer a law enforcement official. It's inappropriate for her to continue to serve as one of Jaeger, Chatterbox, Girardi's parole officers. For the verdict, I, Justice Elizabeth Gates, is the sitting justice of the state of San Andreas, as well as Captain Brian Knight, one of the parole officers, and Dr. Simon Gary, as one of the overseeing members of the psych department, are changing and amending the parole conditions for Jaeger, Chatterbox, Girardi to remove Eleanor Helen Highwater as one of his parole officers and replacing her with Deputy Selena Frost.
Okay, yep, no, that works.
And I did the thing and I saved it, and now I have to get the signatures. God, this is difficult.
Oh, what about his like residency? Do we gotta address that?
Senior deputy, by the way.
The residency is not. It's just house arrest. Doesn't state where.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
So is he kidnapped now? Like I don't even know. Like
We don't know. We have to talk to
if
him,
we
right?
if we just well, I mean, if you don't have the intention of passing access, and I believe the keys were changed, right? Because that he has a key right now. I went to go check it out, and I got a photo of the door lock. Like I can't open that door no more. So welcome to my shit show.
Right. Okay, so first question, has anyone tried reaching out to Highwater since she knows that the keys were changed? That's question number one. I assume not?
No,
She's
we have
done all this
not.
shit?
We have not. We
Alright.
have been trying to unpack this, among other things.
All right.
What is your state ID, Brian?
1130.
1130.
Just for extra backup proof's sake, is there anyone else that you are aware of that has the keys to this property? Just so you can confirm that that is in fact the property when you go back on it, like the senior related matters.
As far as I am aware, the keys were changed the day of the trial or after the verdict.
Okay.
And after the verdict had transpired, like had concluded, like so the keys were changed. I was the only one that got a key, and it was like maybe 2-3 days later. You know what I mean?
Gates, are you aware of if City Hall is made aware anytime a locksmith enters a property to change the keys?
No,
Like,
we can try
would that be like a
asking. We
signalable?
can ask click
Okay.
levers when people buy SIM cards.
Yeah.
We might be able to ask them when people buy.
Okay,
But
'cause
again, if you
that
buy
might be
anything in
another thing we can-
cash, it's under the table. We have no records.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What's your state ID again, Selena?
2404.
2404.
Next question is, have you guys actually made like a command, high command, senior, whatever report about this?
I'm
just trying to make sure.
No.
Okay, cool. Obviously do that
I
one as
don't
soon as
even
possible. You know how to do your job.
for transparency. Given the nature of the things
yes,
that
it's
transpired,
19553.
there are aspects of this that we are trying to make sense of, so that you know,
61955.
describing
No,
the
no, no.
circumstances are done so in a way that
19553.
are not
I'm texting it to you.
overtly using vocabulary that might be bad to use.
That is
Alright,
fair.
everyone's
And
signatures.
I assume that you guys have more than enough time to look through, document everything that you need to. I trust that you guys know the process and will do so efficiently. Just you know, give me a heads up when all that's done. Now question
like
to the justices.
the series of things that had taken place. Yeah.
Question to the justices real quick, just because you guys mentioned earlier, I believe.
I'm going to be
Ben
honest
also
with
mentioned
you.
it.
Given the direction of things, there probably does need to be a third party that handles it in order to remove
Senior
bias, because
deputy.
like now, because when we're starting to enter into, it's kind of why like I took that side role, right?
Guys inside.
Is because I'm like, okay, we need to make sure there isn't conflicts and like what truly took place, so there can be a neutral thing.
Yeah.
But
I
now
mean, this
with
is literally
the
why the marshals exist.
well, you're welcome, guys. There's a case right there, actually.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
So
This is my 5th case of the day.
Oh,
While
did I
we
forget to
have-
mention that we have an academy this upcoming weekend, and she went and locked all the documents.
Well,
Oh.
that's why.
Well,
That's why certain other departments had a rule that that all documents had to be owned by a federal agent.
Yep. Well,
Brian, there's only your signature.
I was told you guys
missing.
didn't do academies
Your
at the
documents and
BCSO.
siren.
no, yeah, we do. We tried some. We tried to do a bit of a like a one-on-one thing, but we got a big academy. Luckily, that was a part of what I had to save today, which is get people set up. And now we got it all moving forward again, thanks to Frost, Crane, etc. But it's been a
So
very
let me
hectic
know
not
if
that
you
your
want
while.
to
investigation's not important, McAllister, but I did grab Siren for a reason, and that she
Yep.
doesn't have to be here for the boring investigation parts as much.
Oh,
go
yeah.
ahead.
She's more here to be. She's kind of one of Chatterbox's representatives because I was talking to her on the phone. Neither one of us believe that Bolingbrook is good for him or any other persons who's stored in there to have him in there as well.
We also have 8 minutes, by the way.
So we could
Go to
try
bed,
an
Esther.
injunction to force her to allow keys to his parole officers, but she's also of the same mind as I am that a house situation is a lot better for him than prison would be. The prison would set him back.
Well, again, as I mentioned earlier, the DOC warehouse is not Bolingbroke. He can decorate it to his very whim and wish, so long as UE allows for it, which I imagine she would.
I think that'll be faster than my solution because I was already in talks with somebody to get a property for this exact thing, just so that like the Department of Justice holds it and there doesn't need to be a worry of like who actually owns it and whatnot.
The main problem is that we have a patient in direct conflict with Chatterbox that we are currently housing there at the warehouse. So right now we are currently actively trying to get a fence put back up at Parsons, get keys for the gate to be able to use that as a long-term treatment facility because we have ongoing patients that we are getting set up with long-term care. I do believe a house is the best situation for Chatterbox right now because he does have a little bit more freedom than these other patients do who are in an intense psychiatric care where his is a little bit more.
Well,
I mean, I meet with him on every couple days.
Oh, out of curiosity, because I've been to Bolingbroke a lot recently. I'm not currently aware of anyone staying inside the warehouse itself. I'm aware of a few people staying inside of Bolingbroke for medical hold.
Yeah, so we just got approval from the warden, and I'm just waiting on Pixie's sign off to move them there for their safety, as there are people actively pursuing them in prison and sending people into prison to target them.
We
that makes sense.
emergency retrofit the office level of the courthouse, the northern courthouse. I mean, I could put a kitchen in. It's already got a bedroom. If we take the door out to deliberation, and then there's that.
Do you already have the bed? Yeah, that works.
That's like it's not the best situation because it is a public building that people like have court in, but
but that wing can stay closed for him. So that
I'm gonna go ahead and say, too, I do worry about his reaction to being asked to move, because of his, close relationship with Helen.
The other thing is we need somebody that's going to be able to take care of him a lot because parole officer, the officer that's going to be with him needs to be there a lot. I do not have time to be there all the time.
Parole officer or no, to speak candidly, Helen has been integral in his healing process thus far. And I do believe that this whole situation, if it's not handled carefully when it pertains to him, is going to set him back in terms of his progress. And I think that straight up being like Helen cannot be part of his healing progress moving forward will be detrimental to him in a very significant way.
The problem is, I don't know if Helen herself is in the right state of mind after what we witnessed today.
That's definitely something that me and Pixie need to talk to Helen about. And I would be happy to speak with her on, a more personal level and if necessary, do an evaluation to see if she's in a good headspace to be able to do that.
Are
I'm obviously not going
5150s
to.
back, by the way?
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right now everybody who's on psychiatric hold is either court ordered through a process like with
Listen, I
Chatterbox,
need to get
or
some
the
jokes
other
in, you know
patients
what I
are
mean?
all voluntary hold, so they're there of their own free will.
My only concern with the courthouse is Jaina.
What?
Jaina and Bell. Well, didn't Jaina fucking stab him or something?
He has keys?
I don't know.
Probably
but
because he
Bell has
shot
keys,
Bell.
so we'd have to take Bell off the panel and take her key temporarily.
Because Jagger did shoot Bell with a sniper rifle.
Is there? Because if I can get like 2-3 days, I can get something secure. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
I think if
Siren can find out if Siren and PD can find out if he can get food and things, I'm a little less concerned on that behalf, right?
yeah, and I'm also curious, like, if she would be willing to give, copies of the keys. I cannot imagine she would deny giving me a copy of the key. I think that would be insanely out of character for her, which to me would signify something is going on with her mentally. So I think it is worth asking her if I could have a copy of the key.
Mhm.
Because the worst she can do is what? I mean, she can just say no, and then we have a good baseline of where she's at mentally.
What's your opinion on that, Brian?
She ain't a law enforcement officer, and as such, her in any form of custodial authority, she's a citizen as of right now. So
yeah, but just in the meantime.
Oh, you mean like until there's like a movement?
What if
Until we
before
had
moving the
a
house?
solution.
What if before moving the house? What if anybody tries to ask her to?
Well, that's what she's
hand it
saying.
over?
And then that way, at least he's not starving to death or something like that. She can check in with him on the psych side, and you guys can put your injunction up.
I don't like any of that, because here's the thing. The onus becomes on us to ensure the safety of our of someone in our custody, right? And given that he is in our custody, for him to be in the custody of a civilian is a huge jeopardy. And while I respect your opinion there, ma'am, having access to him, I'm cool with. Her having custody of him makes all of us extremely liable on some really dangerous things, right?
This would be like just until you could legally get in the house. Like just.
I just want to see if she would even give me a key. Yeah, I just want to see if she would even consent to giving me a copy of the house key, because I can make further copies from there. And the worst she can do is try and change the locks again. But that just, to me, gives us a very clear read of where she's at mentally and her level of cooperation, which is important to me in making decisions about his long-term care.
The issue that I have right now is, like, I hate going down this route because, like, this is all stemming off some wild shit. But she cannot be. She owns the house. She's no longer law enforcement. He needs to be moved.
Or she needs to give the house to the DOJ, like it's supposed to be.
Exactly that, like temporary custody of the house or something.
Gase, can you try to get in contact with her?
If she tries to break him out, if she hurts him, if she does, like, anything happens with Chatterbox, like, you know what I mean? Like, if someone came into the property and did something, like, the liability is not entirely on us. But with her being in custody of the house, like, regardless of whether we can go inside, she shouldn't even have access. Right?
I totally agree.
Keep talking?
I totally agree on that front, but that is not my immediate concern. I think we can move. We can easily move him if that's what we need to do. But making sure that he is able to even be removed from the house.
We can remove him. The removing part's easy because we can just kick the doors in.
Guys, I'm going to bed. Okay. I'll talk tomorrow.
Are we all coming back, or?
I will.
Oh my fuck. Yeah, we'll,
I
can't-
don't.
I
I don't know if
have
I'm. Yeah, I
to-
need to know if I'm coming back or if I can go bike racing. Let me know now.
yeah, we'll come back.
I'll
just
be
to close
returning.
up.
Oh,
Oh,
me,
you
I'm
have the
gonna
key,
go-
by the way.
Oh my
Wait, have you been
God, he's
listening
not
the entire
working.
time?
Bobby, you have the key. Bobby, you
Yeah,
have the key.
Bobby, you
yeah.
have the key.
I
Bobby, you have the
have
key.
I've been
Oh.
listening. I've been
I
listening.
have to
I've been
go to
listening.
bed.
Okay.
Brian,
Just
have
taking
a good
notes,
night.
taking
Tell me
notes.
everything tomorrow,
Alright.
okay? Tell me
Hold
everything
it.
tomorrow.
Chat.
Yeah, no, I was.
Yeah,
not
I
being an
can't.
asshole. I was
Knight
definitely
can't
listening.
agree to. Knight's gonna say he's got to move because she's a like we can't. Unfortunately, we can't play games no
I was
more,
listening.
right?
I'm not trolling.
We can't play no games no more, brother. Mostly because he's in a civilian house now, right? Yeah, long-term care cannot take priority over immediate security. Yep. We got a Harley Quinn situation. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. There's so much I gotta ask, but it bite my tongue. You can just ask the question, bro. Yeah, feel free. No, because at the house was under the custody of a member of law enforcement. That individual has completely lost their mind, and irrespective of what the fuck happened, it is now the house of a civilian, and they are in direct control of the property. They have property rights. She can literally say leave. So we now have to effectively move him. So it doesn't matter. Even if she didn't change the keys, which we believe she did as we tested it, right? We did that just in case, and the key don't work. She is now in direct control of him, absent us taking him out. Absent us taking him out. So in college today, I had to deal with so much shit on so many levels. It used to be just go to X, and now it's figure it out. Yeah. Oh my God. Chat, one of these days I'm gonna have a day where it's really enjoyable. Today was gonna be a short day, and now I'm 13 hours in. Yeah, that's exactly it, Nick. Yep. I think I've seen some people mention that maybe the keys are busted or whatever. I have to go with the RP, which means like maybe we didn't have access to begin with, but it becomes completely irrelevant anyways, because at the end of the day, it's a custodial matter. So, like, focusing on the minutia is pointless, right? We're talking about someone that lost their mind and drove a PD vehicle with into the BCSO while they knew people were inside, having just been there, without any regard to any life, and like doing effectively MDT corruption, making misstatement of testimony, putting the at time evidence onto Twatter before utilizing it. At a certain point, you know, can't really make many. I don't even think like this is something that I wouldn't even. Yeah, that's why like most of this situation is us trying to like figure out even how to like, you know, RP it out, if I'm going to be honest. But like I said, I think overall, I think it's a good thing, because I think she wanted to quit for a while and was just finding a reason to do it, but did it in this fashion. And so now we just got to unravel it. All right. How we looking? Dude, Daisy's around. Oh yeah, we got to unpack the Bruce thing too.
Welcome.
All right, how you doing? So much RP overload this week. Yeah. It is Monday now. Hey, do you guys got any food by any chance?
Let me see. No.
All right, no worries, no worries. What
Need
gang
drink,
is this?
I'll tell Tony.
It's Hades.
Wait, what?
Where are you?
Oh,
we got different
yeah, the pink
Hey.
and the white makes it kind of look a little
The
weird.
rental. Are you at the rental?
Oh, yeah.
Like it kind of makes it blend, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I get you. I
Oh,
get
shit.
you.
All right, hell yeah. All right.
Yeah. Hey, have you seen a wild Benji Ramos
I know where he is. I know where he is.
roaming around? Oh, you know where
I
he is?
have
Oh,
not.
okay.
Nope.
Okay, we're just looking for Benji. He's living off the land right now.
We have to pick up
Oh my God, there is food. Chat, I cannot wait for my 3-day break, which will happen at some stage. Hopefully. That's a nice looking car. What is that?
Champion.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, a little Mosley's. Yeah.
Oh, my God. I can imagine a PD car like that.
That'd be so sick. That would
Yeah.
actually be crazy.
After Academy?
Oh, light bar.
Yeah, probably Academy. We'll see. Oh.
You know?
One of those, you know.
Do you know I was the
Sorry,
only
clock
doctor
in.
to ever medically 5150 someone?
Oh, yeah, first and last, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
You cited real quick.
Yep. My whole challenge with all this is, like I was mentioning earlier about the house and whose custody it is. It's like, how serious is this?
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because like
It's a weird spot.
Put
It
Spike
is.
because I want to go in. Well, the thing is also is like, well, if what she's saying is true, also here you go. If what she's saying is true and they do have some sort of connection, then she should want to not set him back, right? That angle of you're gonna fuck up Chatterbox's recovery should mean something to her.
Yeah,
Should.
I agree with that. My
But I
Yeah,
think you and I are in the same thought of like there could be some Stockholm shit where she thinks she's the only one who can make it better, and
it
doesn't really give a
felt like
fuck.
Stockholm shit before the trial even started. And I even
Yeah.
said like I mentioned it to Frost too. I'm like, I don't know what she like crashed out on me, not making a decision on whether to, you know, give him life or not. Like I don't know anything about the case. Like you know what I mean?
Right.
Like there are, given where like things have kind of gotten to, I have to now consider, at least in my mind, I'm considering in my mind like was this planned? Was she, you know, was there an attempt to like, was it intentional when she rolled the car in? Did she see Junior and try to hit him? Right? Is she gonna hurt Chatterbox? Is she gonna break him out? Is she gonna create a scenario where she lets people into the property? Is she has the potential to tell us to leave? What does that mean? Right? Like it just opens so many conundrums, right? And I have to put my department first as well. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as like I genuinely have to now like consider, was the court case. I don't want to roll back the court case, just to be clear, but it did cross my mind, right? Like, did she present anything that could have led him to claim guilt? If she has that connection, then what the fuck else was spoken about? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Reminds me
But
of
it's
the
kind of
case
like
the more parole, the more she got into the bog, the more she got lost in his mind. Oh my god, is she the Harley Quinn to his Joker?
You know,
don't
maybe.
say that. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, Harley Quinn was a nurse who took care of Joker, and then she went fucking, you know, Papega. You know what I mean? That's how the story goes. And Harley Quinn is loud and obnoxious.
I don't even want to. Let's just hope that's not the way that it's going.
Maybe all they need to do is call what's her name?
Poison Ivy?
No. Chatty's like wife.
He has a wife?
He has a wife?
Yeah,
God help
yeah.
her.
Or girlfriend. I thought it was a wife. Fuck, I forgot her
I don't know
name.
yet either.
She's in Changang.
Ray.
Ray. Yep.
I knew what you're talking about. Yeah, Ray. Raymond.
The hell kind of name is that?
Raymond.
Like a Bond?
Well,
Like
I'm gonna guess her last name was Bond, and then her parents were like, you know, it'd be cute. There was a guy in my college, and I'm hand to God swear I saw his ID. This is not me just making shit up. He was the president of the fencing club because I was at a student org event and he had a table, right? I was walking around, and his name is Blade Handler. His last name was Handler, so his parents named him Blade. And he grew up to be the president of the fucking fencing club in college.
Okay, but that's kind of fire.
Yeah.
You
There's
know,
also a guy named Judge who's a judge in somewhere in Michigan, which I think about every time I think about Judge Holden, whose first name was Judge.
we hired someone today. I'm trying to look up his name. It's like Slippery Ice or some shit. I don't know. There's all these new faces getting like hired without academy, like just that got like the craziest names.
Can't believe that Paul Eastman died for this.
Oh my god, there's way worse. There.
Can't believe Paul Eastman died for
Oh
Slippery
my
Ice to be
god.
found.
I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's Fell on Ice. It's Fell in Ice. So Fell on Ice.
Right.
Which
You
I
know-
don't even get. Like, it's like, okay,
I can't throw stones in
is it
glass
pronounced?
houses. To be fair,
It might be pronounced felonies, like niece. So like felonies.
oh my God, no!
That's
Why? Like, it's just so bad.
Felonies.
Listen. There was.
You gotta call them felonies, though. Absolutely.
Hypothetically, there was someone that wanted to join my department way back when. And, let's just say it was non-canon because it was Tsunami. I executed him because his name was Julian Santurno, except like it was like Giuliano Santurno or some shit. It was like, a guy in the bestie's name, except like with 2 letters changed. And I fucking
That's so
executed him
stupid.
and said,
God.
bring your damn
stupid.
get roll, like,
Reroll.
tree roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, so
And back to the lobby,
when,
buddy.
when I moved here 2 generations ago, right? I had a slightly different name, and then
Liddy
the
Gates over here.
yeah, Liddy Gates, and then the government collapsed. They were like, no funny names, and so now I'm Elizabeth Gates. Elizabeth, Liddy.
Oh,
Liddy
wait, litigates?
Gates. Yeah, that's my name.
Wait, but what, like, okay, keep in mind, I am fucking cooked.
Yeah.
What?
Litigation.
Litigate.
Oh,
Liddy Gates.
Here I am,
Jesus
Sean
Christ.
Danielson
See, at
Scott
least
today.
that's good. Like, there was like law enforcer.
Do you know how
Lauren,
long it took
law
me to get
enforcer.
Law Enforcer or Connor Stubble Constable?
Oh,
Wait!
see, no, but those are
Did you not know
good.
it's Constable?
Yeah, but those were like like thought out, like like
That was me. I knew Law Enforcer for 3 years, and then someone goes, like law enforcement, and it blew my fucking mind.
yeah.
See, that one is a good one off rip. I did not know Constable Connor Stubble. That's good.
It's a good one. Where the fuck is McAllister? Don't worry. I have his email, so if he doesn't answer the phone, I will spam him. And
He's gonna
fulfill
come
one of
back.
his subpoenas. Are you here yet? Oh, you killed a Okay, they're here. Do you need to be let in?
Oh.
Yeah, you don't have keys, do you?
Oh my God, we haven't even got to the other bit. I need
Oh,
a
God,
subpoena
there's more.
for the MDT logs in the last 6 hours. Like any
In general?
odd things that may have happened, forgotten access, and also
Wait,
Oh.
what about the subpoena for the MDT? Because if it's an MTT back-end thing,
Okay.
they're gonna be mad. They'll do it.
so okay, so
Yeah, but-
we haven't. I need access to. I need a subpoena on any gun purchases, weapon purchases, and shit in the last like whenever that twat was sent out. Let's say
I think
6 hours. Like a
I think
log.
that one you'll be able to do that with just the county bank.
Oh.
Because those all go through there.
No,
Oh,
and
you know what?
and
You mean
any
you mean like a Yilong Ma
unauthorized
subpoena?
evidence
Oh,
box
that one of
access.
It's like a
those ones.
Yilong Ma subpoena.
Like an
You remember
armory
what
subpoena.
Yilong Ma got
Correct.
fired for?
Right. Well, I was the one that fulfilled that subpoena, so yeah, I remember.
And I hate to say it, but just look, just so everyone's on the same page. You know why? It's because we had someone who hasn't been around show up for literally 10 minutes, and I saw him clock out, and they're like best of buddies, and I don't know if anything was deleted. I know if anything was removed. I don't know if there was any guns taken, but there was fundamentally no reason for that individual to just show up and clock in for 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Out of curiosity, someone fill me in what's going on here?
So Yilong Ma, the judge, was fired for being corrupt with
Who
the
purchased
armory.
what potentially?
Well, no, just getting the guy in the army to write down who signs shit out in case there
Yeah.
was suspicious sign outs. We have to talk to
Yeah.
to deliver that subpoena to the guy who keeps track of the armory records.
So, Marshall, on top of all this, an individual that has not been on duty like ever since my tenure, who's close to Helen, showed up, was not clocked in, and then when I was outside, I saw him clock out.
Okay.
And I need to make sure that individual that's like never around, didn't just pick up a bunch of fucking guns, take anything out of evidence, or alter any police reports. So,
Oh, well, I can confirm the gun part.
oh, thank God.
This is
Confirm
a little
and what do you
subpoena
mean
today.
confirm though?
No.
Well, I
If
can
you're
confirm all
looking
of
at,
that.
we're not talking the money. It won't show up in the money records if you look at the money one.
It won't show up on the money record. It won't show. Really?
No, what
No.
we do is, so when you guys subpoena a phone thing and we call Click Lovers and say, hey, can you give us your info on who purchased SIM cards? We have to, we have to send it off to the appropriate people.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah,
when
no,
I
I
did
get
the
that.
armory subpoena, I had to
Yeah.
go speak with
But
the armorer and ask
that
him
way, because
for records
otherwise
of who
cash
bought what.
purchases don't show up.
Yeah.
But the armory, everything shows up.
Oh yeah, I got you.
It would not have raised an eyebrow had they been normally on duty, but this is very timely. And, I see someone
Right.
take keys, show up, and then put the keys back in like what I would estimate a 10-minute window. Like, I don't know what to expect, to be honest.
I love you speaking
So I
into
heard
the
the thing
ether
about
that you need a subpoena, but it looks around. I'm sure. I can
One of
sign
these
it, but I won't
strapping
write it.
gentlemen could do it.
Yeah, Bobby.
And we'll make sure
Oh
it
yeah,
gets signed
Bobby, you
ASAP.
got the house key, by the way.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh,
Yep.
good,
Or
good, good.
looked at, I should say.
So I heard everything from the random person clocking in part onwards. I didn't hear anything before that for some odd reason. I felt a little deaf for a minute there.
Oh, wait, say again?
He started that with "I need a subpoena." And
Oh,
then
yeah,
explained
okay,
why it
cool.
was that.
That's pretty much.
All right, yep, cool.
Yeah.
Then we were
Just
talking about
for
names.
this might be like kind of a no-brainer question that I may have spaced out for, but this property that Chatterbox is in house arrest for, this is the property that Delverly quote unquote transferred to Helen, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And the goal is to secure said property. I believe it was mentioned that it is believed that this is the county's property.
It is.
I don't know
Okay.
if that's the goal. I mean, it might be. That might have been discussed here. But I think the immediate goal is to ensure that an inmate is secured. I'd put Chatterbox's.
Yeah, he basically Knight wants to make sure Chatterbox is secured more than anything else.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Third option for that, if the Polito Courthouse, DOC warehouse, etc. doesn't work, you could always try out one of the tier 2 apartments. I think Junior would most likely have a spare one ready for that.
Ooh, okay.
The tier 2 apartments, essentially across the road from
He has,
the tier 2
he has
apartments.
apartments where the castle was.
I don't know if he's got any vacancies. I mean, I'm down for whatever. Honestly, I kind of leave this on the justices as well. I don't know how much to cook and undercook on this one. I'm gonna be real. You know what I mean?
So I will say, property wise, it'll probably take me at least a day or two to get a property, because I think a guy was holding a property for me, and I told him I wasn't sure.
Oh, he's back tomorrow too.
Oh, so
I mean,
might
awake
need
tomorrow.
that day to get it.
Yeah.
But then I just more so am worried about in the meantime after you guys are able to secure
Yeah.
him, to be able to get something before I can get a property together. But I do have one in the works, and I think he still has it, so I should be able to get it from him within the next day.
Does she have the legal ground to effectively prevent us from going on there? How does that all work?
From my perspective, I would say no, because she doesn't own the house. She may have the deed to the house, the control over the panel, but the county owns the house.
Is that like a for sure?
Well, so the properties originally were given to Mumbles or the county to use for whatever they deemed necessary. And then Mumbles was leaving and just gave it to Delver to take care of them. And then I guess at some point Delver gave it to Helen. I guess he just wasn't coming around much or anything.
Is that a legal matter?
It would be to get it back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's kind of what I was getting at. Is like that could be in her custody for God knows how long, and therefore, given
I feel like that would definitely be a part of the injunction, is to force the property back into the county's possession.
Until otherwise, yeah.
Because effectively it was okay in Delver's spot because Delver was the deputy mayor and then worked on Prentice's cabinet. And then when he was given to Helen, it was still a part of the county because she's in the BCSO and she was appointed as her house arrest officer. But now that she's no longer employed, she's a private citizen owning government property.
If you we're still trying to figure stuff out.
It'd be like if she had her taser on her still. Like, it doesn't belong to her.
Oh. All right. Well.
What were you trying to cook / undercook on earlier though, Brian?
Like the meaning of someone being in custody. So, like in the same sense that an individual in custody of law enforcement, we are responsible for them. Given the nature of our responsibility for Chatterbox, her being in that house, given the totality of circumstances, I think we need to move him immediately. You know what I mean? Because God forbid something happens, whatever that something is, it makes.
I feel like as it stands, you're well within your right, especially because you're the parole officer, to be able to move him. I think it would just need a formal notice on the docket of just saying, "Hey, we're moving him because of extenuating circumstances."
I'm gonna say something shitty. Like, part of me is like, we got to move him to Bolingbrook, temporarily until it's sorted out.
You might have to, but
like, I don't know any other option because, rather transparently, like, even his existence in that house is a consequence of like a full-time law enforcement officer, which was Helen at the time, taking ownership of all that. You know what I mean?
Right.
We don't have the resources to provide those services, and therefore him on the outside just is not possible. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm currently at. Otherwise, like, we do not have the capacity to maintain him in our custody, which is shitty, to be honest. But
I know the DOC have been looking into getting into more house arrest related matters. Obviously, the legislation there is slightly lacking. It's a bit of an odd gray area considering their classification as law enforcement officers.
Yeah,
would see if they'd get involved. They've already been collaring him every day anyway.
They've been collaring, but she's been right next to him. You know what I mean?
Yes. No, I get you. And the problem is that they can't really enforce the law outside of Bolingbroke. So if the clowns try and break him out or something, they can't do it.
Right.
As it legally currently stands, anyway.
Or someone attacks him. You know what I mean?
That too.
How do we find out what happened?
I think they'd be able to, stand their ground, but anything other than that,
Yeah.
If we needed, I could go undercover as a clown eventually.
What does that have to do with anything, Bobby?
It doesn't have anything to do with anything. I'm just throwing it out there, we're spitballing.
It has nothing to do with anything, Bobby.
Yeah, we're saying, like, because sometimes he's just out there by himself, right? Someone comes through, fucking murks him, kidnaps him, executes his ass, and we don't know.
Which I think has happened already. If I'm not mistaken.
It's possible, yeah.
I've seen 911s pop off from his ankle bracelet. So,
Oh, yeah, he was in ICU. That's right.
Yeah. I don't know anything about it. I just remember, like, seeing it, although I didn't read any reports in relation to it. There are too many reports that get released every single bloody day.
Is there anyone else that you guys know of that's close to Chatterbox that's in law enforcement?
Not immediately off the top of my head. I'm trying to think. Was anyone else around when, like, he was doing like his house sitting?
Don't know anyone in this room.
I don't think so. I think it really
Yeah.
was just Helen for the most part.
Yeah.
And then
Cross
outside
being
of
a
that, I
close
don't know
second.
that anybody else is really like, yeah.
All right. I am
Like, I don't know if
concerned
anyone's gotten
for
closer than
Junior
Ross.
quite a bit, based on the
True.
things that were on Twitter and whatnot. The signs were put up. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna, you know what I mean?
Okay, did you guys actually take photos of all that?
Yeah. I think Bjorn's got a couple more. I asked him to go and document everything. It is gonna be
But at least it's me because I don't know if you know this, but my
62661.
All right.
Let's do that.
Today 62661.
Correct.
Hello, I brought psych and I brought the psych.
We're all here, all two of us.
Perfect.
Lovely.
How you doing, Pixie?
I'm doing.
Yep.
So they had an idea.
Parsons.
No, Parsons isn't open yet.
I mean, it's just as open as, that place at this point.
Yeah, so
True.
we were thinking if it would be agreeable to everybody that at least while we're trying to figure out ownership of the house and everything, that we could pass it into the custody of the psych department. Seeing as we don't, I mean, obviously if we had Parsons, we would love to just move him to Parsons. That would be the ideal situation. But considering anyone can just come into Parsons right now and he could just leave whenever he wanted, it's not exactly ideal. But if we, obviously, I think that Helen, mental state aside, there's going to be bad blood of her just kind of handing over keys to BCSO. But I do think that our relationship with Helen is strong enough that if we asked her to place the house in custody of the psych department temporarily, she would do that.
100%. That
I think that legally your ass is still covered because, like, you'd still, and it's still Blaine County's house, but like psych is someone that could be, it's psychiatric house arrest. You know what I mean? Like that's within their purview.
I think Helen would be more than agreeable to that one, judging from previous meetings I've had with her.
Yeah, that works.
And then, but part of that would be, I mean, legally, she's gonna have to let his parole officers in, but that can, you know what I mean? Like, he has to check in with his parole officers for his parole, or it's gonna fuck up his legal shit.
If she gives us custody, if she gives us the house, like we'll have keys, so we can give his parole officers keys. Like that will not be an issue.
Yeah.
Obviously, we want to work with you guys to make sure that he's getting the care that he needs, and he needs access to his parole officers. Just period.
Yeah.
I mean, also, she was saying to just write us. It's gonna hit the fan tomorrow when he's awake.
Wait.
Because regardless of anything else, whether especially if she's already going around telling people a story, he's not going to be happy that someone he cares about, something has happened to them. It's going to just, things are going to change. It's going to be even more of an unknown for him. So just like, so people are ready, like as just parole officer, there's going to be some like blowback.
If at all possible, like if I could speak to him or if Pixie could speak to him before anyone else, like, I mean, I can't stop him from talking to Helen first, obviously. But if that was possible and I could warn him about the changes, because I'm not trying to separate him from Helen, right? Like, I don't want him to think like he's going to be punished because of her professional relationship with the BCSO. So I just want to keep him from spiraling or feeling vindictive against his new parole officer because it's not Helen. And I also being able to talk to him as like a neutral person who's invested only in his well-being. Just like, here are the facts. Helen is no longer your parole officer. You are not going to be separated from her. You know, she will still be involved in your care, but you will have a new parole officer, and Helen will no longer be responsible for your day-to-day care. Just laying out the facts so that before anything could be spun,
I
right?
have to ask this question, which I wasn't super tuned into, because I don't know some of the details. What in like for someone who ain't a doctor like me, you know, it like what does it mean that she like what is she like what is that like what is her relationship like, you know what I mean? Like what is her
To him.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that based on their interactions and the time that I've seen them together, and I'm sure Pixie can weigh in as well, I believe
Yeah.
that he sees her as a confidant and his like primary caretaker. She's the one that's giving him food. She's the one that's encouraging him to have therapy, both alone and with the clowns, getting him out of the house, like took him to art therapy, and is kind of like the person that's really advocating for him and has been, you know, with him step by step through this entire process, like
Yeah.
from his entry into the court system, like up to now. And so, whether we like it or not, I do believe that they've developed a relationship where he might be emotionally reliant on her. And I do think like his progress will be dependent on her moving forward. Like, I think that if she were completely removed from the situation, it would really set him backwards. And he could see that as like as a personal attack. I don't know how he could see it, but I'm trying to anticipate the worst
Yeah,
based on
if
their closeness.
her removed completely would disrupt his progress and care. So
Are
it wouldn't be
they
a good thing.
intimate?
No.
No.
Okay. And we know this because
I
Are
can
you
say
intimate with
confidently-
Helen? Is this why this is happening? Is there a beef between you?
no, I'm gay.
Okay. You see how easy it is to just throw that out?
Well,
and
no, but
make it. No.
They are not intimate.
But I gotta ask, right? And the reason I have to be considerate of Chatterbox, his charges, and what that would mean given the circumstances that transpired today, right? She's let go for something that wasn't effectively police corruption. You know, this conversation, I'd be very. Is it? What if we gave full care and custody of Chatterbox to the psych department?
Okay.
I mean, I think it's still important to have his parole officers involved, considering this is all court ordered, you know, as part of his original charges. But I mean, if we could have him in Parsons, I think we all would prefer to see him in a full-time psych care facility versus a, you know, house arrest house.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. What I meant is like, you know, if you took custody of the house, I mean, actually, like the psych department takes custody of these, because so Helen having access is currently not court mandated, right?
Sure. Yeah.
But if he was in the effectively in y'all's custody under some form of a, like I don't know what y'all have been, what y'all are like, like 5150 or whatever, effectively, right? And she's functioning through y'all, that alleviates some of my concerns, right? Because I have to be considerate of, like, based on what she's done today, I can't ignore that she might go stab the guy, right? And I can't, you know, from a law enforcement perspective, I can't like remove that, right? You know her and him better than I do, but when it comes from the law enforcement perspective, you know, if she's done all this and she's got full access to him, right? Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to Chatterbox, but he isn't like my only. I have to take care of the entire county.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So
Can I ask a clarifying question?
absolutely.
What has she done today that makes you feel that she would be a physical danger to him?
She lost her damn mind.
Can you be more specific?
She did effective MDT corruption and threw her entire career away, and then drove a vehicle into Blaine County Sheriff's Office at the direction of the mayor.
Okay, that's what I'm interested in. So she has been physically violent towards people today.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
that's just good for me and Pixie to be aware of.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I thought I had brought that up when you were in the room.
Yeah, sorry. It was so glossed over. I didn't have the
No, you're good.
The full picture, but she intentionally drove her vehicle into the office today.
While the leading up to it, she was very vocal towards Junior Huntley, saying he was corrupt, all over a court case in which she skipped all kinds of legal procedures and effectively MDT corrupt charged the sheriff. And then after resolving the situation, I witnessed her flip. Like, she was one person outside. She was something else, like 2 minutes later in here. It's as if she had a mask on outside and a different one inside this room. And I was beside myself for an hour trying to unpack what the hell I had just witnessed.
So she had an emotional reaction to the situation. Extreme emotional.
Extreme reaction.
Extreme reaction. Emotional reaction to the situation.
Correct. The swings back and forth were witnessed from the start of the court case, right before the court case, to the end of the court case, to the way that she was speaking with me, to her reaction in this room. And then after she left, she took her car and drove it right into the lobby, smashing it against the wall where the mayor was standing. Yep.
Well, that addresses one of my questions.
That whole, it didn't end there. It continued on to Twatter, right? So I have legitimate concerns over what her intentions were. Did she have a mental breakdown, right? If she didn't, what does it mean what she did? Because that opens up the door of, like, that can be looked at as like political assassination. You know what I mean? Attempted.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of officers throughout the years that have been fired and had the same reaction. And I think some of them are back working in the departments. Wouldn't you, if you think really hard? It's a temporary, emotional response.
I don't. Unfortunately, I got to work with what's in front of me, right? And these are
right.
questions.
But I'm just saying, it's a reaction. I'm not saying it's justified. It went a little extreme. Yes, of course. Was anybody hurt?
That's not how we function, Pixie. You know what I mean?
That's not how the question. Just was anybody hurt?
Not today.
Okay. And you believe that she's going to continue this behavior and trying to hurt other people?
That is a concern, yes. Just as much as someone were to threaten anyone else in this room, Pixie, we got to take it serious, right?
Right. I don't believe that the amount of time that she has put into the care of Chatterbox, that she would snap and then harm him in any way.
Junior Huntley is a concern, right?
And effectively, anybody that was in that lobby is kind of was at danger at that moment.
Okay, follow-up question just on my behalf here. So you're mentioning targeted acts of violence that she had towards the mayor, right?
Correct.
As was mentioned by the both of them, These attacks themselves seem very targeted towards specific people that she feels have wronged them. You feel like that anger would then mistranslate towards Chatterbox?
It's a possibility that I got to wait, or anyone else that is within the custody of Helen, right? I mean, to give you an idea, actually, this is something. Frost received a phone call from Tessa, who has stabbed him before. Now they have something in between themselves, but that phone call came after Helen was let go. So I don't know what she might attempt to get. I mean, for all I fucking know, gets in her head, he ends up stabbing Frost. You know what I mean? So I mean, these are all things that need to be considered here. So I wish this could be a very simple conversation, right? But
no, I understand. You have concerns.
Yeah.
Of course, you should have concerns. But I mean, what we've witnessed of how much time and effort she has put into the care of.
I don't give a fuck about Helen based on what she did today. If I'm going to just be poignant here.
Do we have anyone else who has a set of keys to that house? Or did have a set of keys? So it was just you and Helen that had keys?
As far as I'm aware, yep.
Okay.
The key's currently in the Marshals' possession.
Okay. I was just wondering if we could test the house again and see if if your key still wasn't working.
Yeah. Sorry, say that one more time.
I was just going to see if we had another set of keys to test and make sure that the locks had been changed.
Oh, yeah. Bro, I am so cooked right now.
Sure, we could. I mean, Marshal Bobby has the key, so.
All right. Well,
yeah, we could try.
Yeah, I think it's worth it because, testing 2 sets of keys, if they are both not working, then we have pretty much confirmation.
Oh, well, that is the original key, so it's not a separate key. As mentioned by them earlier, only Helen and Brian had the key. Brian handed his key over to Bobby.
Oh, okay, so it's the same key.
It's the same key.
Knight saying, I don't give a fuck about Helen or Chatterbox, like right now. Yeah.
Just for my own clarity's sake, earlier it was mentioned that she committed a rights violation when I assume she charged Frost. I would like, Danielson's verdict on this one. In what way do you feel she actually committed a rights violation in that courtroom?
There's no due process.
Give me a moment.
Kicking someone off as process, like not asking him if he's gonna plead guilty or not guilty, not asking him if he wants a lawyer or any sort of bench trial for the charges.
Not bring him to a police station. Right.
Exactly.
I mean,
like not even being in the same room as him when she does it.
Okay. Yeah. The room part's a bit. I mean, from what I heard,
no, she went back to
from
him.
The courtroom, unless I'm wrong. Someone correct me on that one. You can charge from the courtroom. Oh, unless I'm wrong.
When you do it within
very specific circumstances,
it's under circumstances, right? So when you're in a courtroom, a judge is making a ruling. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
But the fact that just basic due process wasn't followed at all, or that from my understanding, what Angel said earlier, basic charging procedures weren't followed either, or processing procedures.
Yeah.
Can anyone go more in depth for me on that one? Or is that a question I'm going to need to ask Angel eventually, just for clarity's sake?
From my perspective of the processing procedure but not being followed, like basic procedure.
Yeah, I can break it down. As we trained with all our officers to align with the laws in San Andreas, when a individual is being detained, they are told they are detained. In this particular case, he was directly tackled immediately. After which thrown into cuffs. And then she walked away. And then she came back and charged him for 3 separate things and said, I'm charging you with this. You can do community service. Did you do it? He said, no, I'm not guilty for this. She ticked it. And then, yep, this is my understanding. Separate from that, the evidence utilized within the particular report was first put onto Twatter. So now we're already dealing with like things like
malicious prosecution.
Correct. Which also overrides it. The other thing is the report by contains statements that are inaccurate, including but not limited to the notions of like fondling and all kinds of other shit. She just kind of made up a bunch of stuff and wrote it in there. Yep. So, there you go.
And just, for prosperity's sake as well, Helen would not have anyone backing her up with her statement.
I have no idea. Yeah, that's gonna. I mean, honestly, it's probably best interest to speak with all parties, right? On that respect.
And now, out of curiosity, after you charged him, left the courtroom, you obviously had the meeting with her. Between then and her firing, did Frost have any interaction with her?
In this room, yes, she was present with the judge.
Okay, so the judge was here, you were here, Frost was here, she gets fired, gets angry at Huntley by that point, gets out of the BCSO, gives up her gear or whatever, drives out, drives the car back in, attempting to murder Huntley, then drives away. Am I getting that story right?
Correct.
For the sound of it, she was angry with Huntley over the trial, so it was before the fire, like the beating before the firing.
Oh, so she got fired after she drove a fucking car through a sheriff's office.
Exactly.
Yep,
We had not even determined what kind of situation she created with the things that she did. And we were in the process of getting clarity for a lot of these actions. So.
And again, just for clarity's sake, is it normal for BCSO deputies to drive their cars into the lobby?
No.
Right.
And
I'm
she
so
knew,
sorry that I have to ask that question.
No, you're good. And she also knew that they were in that lobby because the span of time was like 10 minutes, right? As Junior was in this building alongside Baylor and the janitor.
Look, I'm just gonna put a spin on it just to make this conversation a little bit more lighthearted. You may have to get no parking signs put up inside the lobby just for future reference.
Jesus fucking Christ. I know, right?
Brian, you're about to be a widower.
Is Junior dead?
I'm gonna fucking murder him if he doesn't stop blowing up my fucking phone. And then I go to call him back because I was on a very important call where I was assisting LSPD with something that they need shit for.
It's a damn ACDC, you know what I mean?
And then he's fucking now he's on the phone with someone else, and I'm gonna strangle him.
Yeah. Welcome to our world.
And I'm gonna throw him in the Alamo Sea.
I could turn him into sludge for New Mirror Park.
Yeah, I've seen the Sons of Sludge.
And you know what? Just from my own, timeline of events, why was Huntley on Frost's lap again?
Because they're married.
Yeah.
It's a throuple.
The entire room was on some shit. You know what I mean? Entire courtroom.
They were on display during a court?
It was a bit of a kangaroo court.
Yeah.
Also, I just got told what the story going around is.
Well,
I fished out the story of, I was like, yeah, I'm just dealing with some shit up here, some BCS shit. And they're like, oh, I heard what happened. Some shit happened today. and I got the story that's being apparently going around already, which is everything was just a hee hee ha ha court case, kangaroo court, and then someone got too serious and fired her for it. For jokingly wanting to charge the sheriff and the mayor with indecent exposure.
Yeah, that's the
And I
thing.
said, well,
That
that's-
once you start pressing charges, you made it serious. She's just kind of a little brain dead. So what are you gonna do?
I said, well, that's not exactly what happened. But just let me know.
Yeah. That's kind of the worst thing about it is that she did this and she chose to die on this hill 5 times over, which is the unfortunate thing. And as a consequence, everyone else is going to pay for it. You know, and the time, effort, and headache. So if you see any energy negative towards Helen, that is precisely why I have very little sympathy left for her.
It's almost nighttime.
So do you need us here
Have I gone deaf
anymore?
again, or is nobody talking?
No, no one's talking. I mean, we have a solution to a temporary solution to a problem. So if you want to think about that, if you want to talk with us further, I mean, we can stay. I don't know if you want to revisit this later or.
I would love to. I am so cooked. I'm 14 hours in right now.
Yeah, then let's
Yeah.
try
Me too, bud.
and
Yep.
me and Pixie will try and make ourselves available tomorrow to talk to
Okay.
Chatterbox just to ease him into the changes as much as possible. And then
Awesome.
if we can get custody of the house, that would be perfect.
Okay. Everyone in agreement?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll be around tomorrow. I think I will. I think we have meetings all fucking day. DOJ
Is
meetings all day.
everyone comfortable with me asking Helen to give me and Pixie a copy of the house keys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, then fantastic. I think me and Pixie are good to go then, unless you guys need anything else from us.
Full disclosure, I texted Junior Huntley. I have your husband hostage, I swear to God, Junior.
I don't know. That should be it. Unless anybody else has anything for that.
No.
No.
Right.
I can't believe I voted for this person.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
All
All
right.
right.
You guys.
We will talk to you
If
guys
you need
hopefully
us,
tomorrow.
Yep,
if you need us, just let
absolutely.
us know. We'll be around.
You'll probably get me in a bit more of a
I went
less
deaf again. Probably.
exhausted
Cranky?
mood.
Yeah, it's late and
Oh,
it's been a long day.
It's been a. We may have guns taken from here by somebody. On top of all this, it's been a day.
All right.
It's been a day.
Thank
All
you.
right. Y'all
All right,
take
we'll be
care. Thank you
around
for
tomorrow.
coming by. Yep. All right. Look, I'm gonna be just kind of transparent. I was trying to be not so rude. I don't really give a fuck about Chatterbox or Helen.